So I'm gonna keep this short and sweet. We've got the Lenovo Legion 7 Slim, sometimes known as Slim 7 or S7. This particular model is the 12700H, so it's the Intel i7, the 12th generation, and it's got the 3060 graphics card. Now, as I am unboxing, the first thing that has caught my senses is that how light it is. It's not that light. I'm not talking about a can of Coke. However, it is quite light for what it is. And this whole thing, it's a fingerprint magnet because it's made of aluminium, as you can tell, and your fingers are gonna be sticking everywhere in there. And this is how slim it is. It's very slim, and you can open it with one hand, as you just saw, and it's very sturdy. Look at how thin this screen is. It's very slim and it's not shaking that much. For what this laptop is, I think it's a very good balance to have the 12,700 instead of the 12,900, because the 12,900 is more of a gaming laptop. This is more gaming / creator content, everyday use. So I think if you were to opt for this laptop, I think it's a very good idea to get the 12,700 or the equivalent AMD version 5900HX and so on. And I did hear a lot of things about this charger, and they are true. It's huge. People were saying it's a huge charger, and to be honest with you, in the past I used to not like huge chargers because I used to think they're missing the point. Why buy a slim laptop when you're gonna have a brick which is twice the size of it? But to be honest, I've realized that the bigger the charger is, the faster probably the laptop is going to perform, because it's gonna have more wattage and is gonna give it the full beans for your laptop. And if you want to charge it using a USB Type-C, you can still very much do so. You've got a charging port, and you can only go up to about 100 watt. I think the maximum tops up at 130 watt. While this laptop is installing Windows, which is a very heavy task, installing Windows, I've noticed that it's so quiet. It's probably one of the quietest laptops that I've ever worked on, and I have seen at least this year alone about 10 brand new laptops that I've installed, and you will find the episodes in my channel. And last year I reviewed at least 15-20 gaming laptops, and this happens to be the quietest laptop I've ever used in my life while downloading Windows, almost like a miracle. I'm actually going to put the mic next to the processor here on the device itself and see if you can hear anything. That's nothing. I can't hear anything. It's almost makes me think, is this thing on? I mean, sometimes I wonder, is this thing on? I did notice a few function keys here. If you press the function and arrow up or arrow down, you can change the brightness of the LED keys on your keyboard. And then you have obviously other function keys that are here on the top, and they're very easy to use and they're very thoughtful. You've got a mute, obviously, and I like the little LEDs when you press caps lock, function lock, and number lock. They all come with LED lights, which is very thoughtful. I like it. So far, I'm really enjoying this laptop. It's very well thought, and everything that you need is there. Everything has been thought of by Lenovo, which is very nice. Asus seems to be missing out on many things, like the latest Vivo books. I don't know, they do some weird things, and I have done a review on it, and you probably see it up here. And this one is very clear, nicely laid out, very thought about, and I love it. I love everything about it. There is an LED lamp that came up here and is telling me that it is charging, which is very thoughtful, so you can see it from a distance what is happening, because it's all the way at the back. So this touch really does help when it comes to seeing what you got. I would have ideally preferred if they were here, but it's okay. There will be some compromises because this is a slim version. It's not going to be the same as the full version. However, it really does work for me, and everything is well laid out. The keys are in the correct places. They are full-size keys. There are no compromises for me so far, so I'm really happy to have been using this laptop, the Lenovo Legion Slim 7 2022. And here is how the front-facing camera, or the only camera, sounds and looks like. It's meant to be full HD, but it's a little bit debatable. I don't know what type of HD are they measuring against, but this is a test. 1 2 3 1 2 3 test. It could be a good thing or a bad thing that your ports are at the back, because you can easily connect them However, they will get in the way of your work. So if you're putting a secondary screen, you're going to have to physically move the laptop forward so that it does not hit your screen. But this is something that you'll have to work around. So you have to get around the fact that your back is always going to be hindered if you've got a secondary screen. Almost like pressing into a flat surface. That's how thin these keys are. Very, very thin. So I can tell you from now that the button experience is not the best, but one thing I do like is that the enter or return key is big. Some of those return keys nowadays, they are so small, they are as small as a normal key, but this is a full, I like to call it old style key, which is quite big and chunky, and you can press it with any finger while you're typing, the little one, the big one, and it's gonna work fine. I love that key. The function lock key is located at the escape button. So you can set your function lock if you want to just press volume up, for example, volume down, just by the press of one key instead of pressing function and volume up. And also, one thing I noticed that this power button also doubles as a finger scanner if you are into that sort of thing. And I love that the power button is on its own and it's not part integrated with the keyboard, because sometimes you find that the power key is here. Sometimes they even place it next to the delete button, which is quite annoying. Every time you press delete, you turn off your laptop or put it onto sleep. So guys, that was my episode. If you did like it, please leave me a comment down below. In the next episode, I'll try to see how fast this laptop performs under stressful tasks such as gaming, editing videos, playing a few programs in the background and so on. And we're gonna see how hot it gets. And I have a surprise for you that you will be surprised about in the next episode. So please follow me, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.